October is going to be Friends Month here at Consciously Relating. Scenario number 1. We're going to do this with scenarios. You just called or texted your friend and you didn't reach them. Now, every minute feels like 15, and you might even think that they saw your text or call and they chose to ignore you on purpose. When they do reply, you reply to them right away. This might be coming from an anxious attachment autopilot script in your mind. I am or will be abandoned. I am or will be disliked. Or I am and will be rejected. When you're having these scripts, they're kind of hardwired in your brain by now because they've been deepened with time, with emotion plus repetition. The synapses have been created to continuously not just seek for this, but also without realizing creating this over and over again. So these thoughts and beliefs are trying to keep you safe, but they are influencing your action and reaction. This incessant need for reassurance. You need to know that this is not a conscious choice. This is a deep-rooted wound and fear around alone equals unsafe and even danger. It's not that you're choosing to be needy, it's the deep-rooted belief. And without self-awareness of this, and without actively healing this and changing the synapses in your brain, this will repeat over and over and over and over again. So what to do if you are the friend? Well, 1, you ground yourself and take a deep breath and ground yourself in your body. Differentiation and empathy, those two together are key for both people in this scenario. Number 2, get curious and recognize where it's coming from. Get in touch with your own empathy, and again, differentiation, which means depersonalizing their action, and get curious with where they're coming from, where they might be coming from, and with their level of awareness. Number 3, acknowledge and validate them. This might be counterintuitive, especially if this is during a conflict. You might not feel like wanting to validate and even reassure them and acknowledge where they're coming from. But this is an important step, and this is why differentiation is really key. Number 4, like I said, reassure them that you see them and that they are valid in feeling whatever they're feeling. And then number 5, present your side with compassion and empathy, and again, differentiation. And not just to present a sense of calmness, but really doing your own inner work of what went wrong in the conflict, what was happening, etc. If this is not within a conflict, then just reassuring, acknowledging, and becoming aware of what's happening in them, and then becoming aware of your own actions and how they might influence them. Now, if you are this person, here's what you can do. The same thing. Take deep breaths and ground in your body. When I say ground in your body, touch your hands and just feel your physical body. Be present in this moment, not in your mind, not in what happened, not in the conflict, not in the future, not in the past, but in this moment, just this is all that matters right now. Number 2 is get curious with your inner dialogue. Hear what you're actually thinking, what you're actually making this mean, and even ask yourself, what am I making this mean? Completely out of curiosity and not out of judgment. This goes for both people. Do not judge yourself, do not judge the other. Get curious. Playful. It has a playful energy, curiosity. Now, number 3, validate the part of you that is keeping you safe through these actions, through this anxiety, through these thoughts. That is a part of you that is trying to keep you safe from getting hurt. Excuse my parakeet. Now, number 4, get curious as to what it's keeping you safe from. Number 2 and number 3, number 4, whatever numbers, these might kind of be interchangeable. If you're listening to your inner dialogue and it says, oh, this is this wound. Now, to the action of rewiring and changing those synapses in your brain, 5 pieces. This is number 5. So 5 is 5 pieces of evidence in your life, in your other relationships, with your pets, with your spiritual side of life, with your work side of life, mental, emotional, physical areas of your being. Find 5 pieces of evidence, at least, you can do more, where you are safe, you are not rejected, you are not abandoned, you are instead included, and you are liked. Also find what resonates with you as the opposites of those. And now for bonus, for this particular situation, find what possible other opposite meanings their reaction might mean. And this is probably the most important one, but I included it as a cherry on top because it's not relationship, but scenario specific. Not only what other opposite meanings it could have that they're not replying to you this very second, but also when were they there for you? Did they like you? They showed you that they liked you, or that they told you? Did they include you? When were you not rejected, abandoned, or disliked by this person, basically? So both sides of the story, turn on that empathy muscle and differentiation muscle, and you will both feel seen, heard, understood. You might be even in awe as to how this resolves and how it changes through time. And also remember, this is not a one scenario, okay, now we're done, now we're healed, now we're good. This takes the same emotion and repetition over and over again to rewire different synapses, or the synapses differently. With that, read the caption below if you want to kind of keep this in your visual mind and at a better pace. And then stay tuned for other scenarios. Peace, love, and compassion, and differentiation.